Hi, this is Joni, and I am doing Chapter 9 from Teaching Through Text, Reading and Writing in the Content Areas. And it is over providing time to read. When, where, and how. And our previous chapters have kind of been building up to this because we've discussed building prior knowledge, introducing technical vocabulary, making the reading purposeful for students, and the use of written reading guides for students while they're reading. So, when assigning reading homework, where the students only read text, where they take home the textbook and they read a chapter, or you give them some pieces of text that they're just to read, the reality is many students will not complete the reading assignment for homework. In order to get students to complete reading homework, it can be beneficial to include a reading guide that will be graded just as any other assignment. Some of the reasons students will not complete a homework reading assignment are the lack of parental support. Some parents just don't care. Some parents are so busy trying to make ends meet that they can't ensure that their child is doing their homework. The students with poor reading skills, they are not going to, if their parents are supporting them, they may not feel comfortable going to their parents saying, oh, well, I can't read really good. Um, and also, another reason is lack of purpose for reading. We have to give students that purpose for reading so that way they will want to complete those assignments. Now, when teachers structure the lessons or units to allow time to read in class, it gives the teachers the means to monitor readers. It gives that time to monitor how they're reading those texts that for the content areas. And it can be beneficial if it is a regular part of the lesson or unit structures. No matter what unit it is, if you're incorporating the reading to it, then if you give them time in class regularly to complete these readings, more of the reading will be done and comprehended. And there are always ways to incorporate class time reading. We just have to find the ways. So when making reading assignments, it would be good to break the reading into smaller assignments. Instead of giving them a 10-page chapter, you can give them 2 pages of it, or 1 page of it, or, there's just different ways you can do that, or even find other smaller texts to support what they need to learn. This helps to build prior knowledge. It also helps students to keep focused because they're not thinking, oh, I have to read 10 pages of this chapter and this is my worst subject. I don't like this subject. And, it just helps keep them focused because it is a smaller assignment. And it also reaches students at many different levels because even the higher level thinkers will get bored with reading or, just decide, oh, well, I know it. But if it's a smaller piece of work that they're having to read, then all levels will enjoy that. So teachers must decide how the reading will be done. There's independent silent reading, there's teacher read alouds, group reading, round robin oral reading. Independent silent reading, each child works on their own. They read to themselves silently to complete. Teacher read alouds, it's the teacher modeling, getting the class engaged in the reading. Group reading can help, you can put different levels of readers together to read the information. And that way, that group can learn from each other. Round robin oral reading is going around the room and having different students read pieces of the text. That way, not one student is sitting there reading it to themselves, and it's not the teacher talking the whole time. And it gives everyone the opportunity to listen to it being read, because sometimes hearing it out loud can help some students comprehend the information. So, major lesson plans formats. The directed reading activity, also known as the DRA, the steps involved in this is develop readiness for the reading activity. 2, set a purpose for reading. 3, arrange for students to read silently. So they will do the independent silent reading. And then after the reading, discuss what was read. You can either put them in small groups, you can do it as a class discussion, whatever. And then 5, you're going to do the summative assessment basically and extend students' understanding of the material. And if they didn't get it, you can go back and cover this. You can go back and help them get it. The directed thinking activity, also known as the DR-TA, this one is student-centered. The steps to this are: 1, assist students in developing purposes for reading. So it gets the class involved. It gets them figuring out why they need to read this, what's so important about it. And 2, facilitate reasoning as students read. So help the students find that meaning in the text. And then 3, help students test their predictions. So you predicted that this happened or this would happen if, for whatever. Did it happen? Test those predictions. So we have the DRA and the DR-TA is 2 of them. And there are 3 more. And I have discussed the KWL before in a previous video I believe for prior knowledge. KWL is already know, want to learn, and what they learned. So the steps are: determine what students already know. So give them that quick write or have a class discussion, but find out what they already know. 2, help the students determine what they want to learn, what they want to find out about the text, the information in the text that's being read. And then at the end, assess what students have learned. Find out exactly what they learned. Did they learn what they wanted to? Was what they wanted to learn in the text? Even after you assess what they have learned, you can assist those students that didn't get everything they wanted to learned. You can extend that and help them figure it out, because it might be something the whole class wanted to learn that was not provided in the reading material. So the listen, read, discuss, L-R-D. The steps: listen, presenting information to students about the text. So you're going to kind of give them that movie trailer about the text. And then 2, read. Have students read a text selection similar to the material presented during the listening phase. And then 3, have a classroom discussion about the material. And reciprocal teaching utilizes the reading comprehension strategies. So there are preparation steps to this. And it's 1, instruction, 2, modeling, and 3, a guided practice. So you're preparing your students, you're giving them that instruction, you're modeling how it needs to be done, and then you're going through and you're guiding them through it. And so in the lesson itself, they are going to utilize those reading comprehension strategies. They're going to predict before they read. Then we're going to have a read aloud. And then we're going to clarify the information and we're going to question the information. And then at the very end, we're going to summarize the information that was learned. And those are the 5 types of lesson plans. And these, I feel, do a great way to all utilize incorporating that reading into your lessons. And I feel that you can reach many different levels of students with these methods or with these lesson plan types. And I feel that you will reach more students when you allow them that reading time in class rather than sending them home with reading homework that's just reading the text. So I hope that you understand the 5 lesson plan types that incorporate reading into your lessons or units, and have a great day.